Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ace Attorney Trilogy. Now, I'm sure most of you already know my whole past with the Ace Attorney games. I've tried to do a Let's Play of them, always getting interrupted. Like, literally every single time. Dual Destiny, got interrupted by my cousin. Original Phoenix Wright got interrupted by my ex. And so I just eventually just stopped trying to work on those. But with this, I actually want to try to actually get my voices down, because I've been trying to get specific voices for specific characters, and this game is just perfect for that. So, as you can already see, I already have a save file, but I haven't finished these games on the PS4 yet. So yeah, we got all 3 games, and I do intend to do all of them eventually. Not necessarily right this very second, but let's just go in and play the first turnabout. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe him my current job. I owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons why I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspaper says it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, is it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduit during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to assert your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Maya Fey. The, defendant, that's, Maya Fey? Wrong, right? Look, I have to leave. I have to go home. I'm expecting a delivery. Oh, come on, Chief. There's no need to be going so soon, is there? Listen, Wright. The defendant is the one on trial, your client. I mean, that's about as basic as you can get. I put my foot in it this time. I gotta relax. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask you one more time. Please state the name of your defined... I got a trophy for that. It's Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait... Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? I don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? It's Attorney Badge. Cindy Stone. Oh, obviously it's Cinder Block. No, it's Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what object that was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the finger. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. It was added to the evidence. Court record. Right. Be sure you pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get a chance to respond to the prosecution. Oh my god, excuse me. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Was it to you anyways? Mr. Butz, what you describe is genuinely what we mean by dumped. Yeah, you would know all about that, don't you, Payne? In fact, she completely abandoned you, and she was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. God damn it. According to this, she was in Paris until the day she died. The day before she died. The victim apparently arrived from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. God damn, why am I yawning so much? Need more water? Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in the wrong directions. What should I do? Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Dude, Dick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butz. Dude, chill. She was at home, man, so I
I didn't see her. Oh, Jesus. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Miss Frank Schwitt to the stand. Mr. Schwitt, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes.
Mr. Schwitt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder.
Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why was it the phone Oh my god, what the fuck? I ate before this, so I shouldn't be yawning. What the shit? Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Are they? It's been such a long time since I had a house phone. I don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Schwitt used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your that.
Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony and the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence in hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in its witness' face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button. Point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from the apartment. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving the apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like A criminal fleeing a scene of crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Hold it! Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes? I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd. In a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Hold it! What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? Hold on. We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did pain cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? And I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. Hold it! Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. Hold it! So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. From the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. Time it done. Ha ha! Hold! Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy's report. The autopsy notes that the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Schwitt, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Good job, Wright. Find a way to put him in the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See you through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, buddy. Oh, but was it 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim would have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. Just where to present it. See, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Maybe here? Yep. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this court record proves it. So you couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well... The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Schwitt? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Schwitt, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That you see, rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Schwitt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used to hit the victim. Bullshit. Objection. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is it supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who the heck do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Schwitt. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock, but I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony is correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony? His testimony now? Yeah, because you have to kind of touch it to actually be like, oh hey, it's 1 p.m. And excuse the voice crack, holy shit. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment? You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove it I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That's the sound you heard! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Schwitt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable. Since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Oh, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Yeah! Shut up, I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her. He should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. Better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Schwitt was definitely this clock. The fact, which is clear, if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock. Now, here in this court. Your Honor, if I may have the clock. I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is? Is it now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Schwitt heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Schwitt, try talking your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. What is he thinking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems like you lack crucial evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examining of Frank Schwitt. Come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all the same. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Schwitt. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was running slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you have to prove yourself proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Hell yeah! Because it's not. Oh, wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course! There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Take that! Take that! The victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, here is 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't running 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Schwitt? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh. Okay then. Order. Order, I say. I did it. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, you're a witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, it's only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Yay! Yay! And with that, this court is adjourned. Yay! That was nice. Turns out that Frank Schwitt was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Schwitt let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Schwitt grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. That's like the third time we saw that. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. Court in the District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. Still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owed it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But Cindy Wendy's God, man. God forever. Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you, Ed. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? My movie? Treat? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the book. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, isn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. God, I hate when they do that. Did you have something to show your friend? Something that proves she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Obviously, it's my attorney badge. Take that! Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock just to take traveling. Well, make of it as you will. What you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little bit better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, and grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying a part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me, I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon gonna be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I couldn't be able to keep. Yay! Cool. So, just in advance, don't ever expect me to be done with one trial in one go. But yep. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to check out other stuff I've also done before. I also want to mention that Kingdom Hearts Remind is coming out January 23rd, I believe. 23rd or 24th. So expect more content on Kingdom Hearts come January 23rd. Let's see what else. There's no many announcements actually. Yeah, so here soon I will be trying to continue this. I will most likely continue this tomorrow at some point. So till then guys, don't forget to enjoy the rest of your week and enjoy your life in general. Till next time guys, stay awesome.